Everybody, welcome back. So in this chapter, we're talking about evaluating your skills. Some of you might say, hey, I have no skills, and that's what we are here to find out, what skills you do possess. So again, if this was a typical class in person, which I also are used to teach, we would break down in groups and discuss, what kind of skills do you think you currently have? Because it's only me and my dog in this room and she is asleep, I will go ahead and skip this part. So defining skills. Skills include, I'm just going to read it because it sounds good. Skills include the specific attributes, talents, and personal qualities that you bring to a job or something else, as well as the tasks you learn on the job. You develop your skills simply through the process of living, breathing, etc., by interacting with others and going through your daily routine. So this is something that you're doing regardless. You're going through society, you are waking up, but you're viewing things, you're doing things. So that's where a lot of your skills are going to take place. You might have learned something yesterday that you can now implement in your life. So one thing I just want to say is this is different than regurgitating information. So, and I'm super guilty of this. I've taken probably like 10,000 quizzes and tests in my life at this point, going through my education. And there's many of them where I learned the information, I took the test, and I forgot the information. But what we are learning, what is a skill, and what we're hopefully doing in this particular course is not regurgitating information, but it's actually applying the information in our daily lives. So skills divided into three types or categories: functional skills, work content skills, and adaptive or self-management skills. Again, if it was a typical class, we would break down into groups and we would talk with a partner about what we think these skills may or may not be. First one is skills divided. Functional skills are those that may or may not be associated with a specific job. So it could be job specific, like, hey, if I'm an engineer, this is an engineering trait, or it may not be. Also maintaining schedules, collecting data, diagnosing responsibility of problems. They're called functional skills because they are used to accomplish general tasks or functions on a job. So just a general thing that you may or may not do at work. So maintaining a schedule or schedules. That could be my personal schedule, saying, hey, I know I have a doctor's appointment or dentist appointment later. Also have to do X, Y, and Z. I need to make sure I get to those things on time. Or maybe if you're a manager, you actually have to set a weekly or bi-weekly schedule for your employees to make sure the shop or work, whatever it is that you do, movie theater, is actually covered correctly. Skills divided, work content skills are specific, again, different than the last one, and are specialized to one job. Example, bookkeeping is done by bookkeepers, assignments or assigned grades are done by teachers, counseling are done by counselors. So I am a high school counselor, if you did not know that. So this is my second job. But what I'm saying is what I do at work, whether that's like social emotional, or I create someone's schedule, or I help them apply to a job, typically is unique for that job. Although some of it kind of twines in with this job, typically it's just its own entity, it's its own thing. So it's has to do with your job or career. So adaptive or self-management skills, still working on those, are personal attributes that may also be described as personality traits or soft skills. And hopefully you watched those videos before this one. If you have not, go ahead, pause this video and go back. The ability to learn quickly, pay close attention to detail, and be task-oriented, self-directed, and cooperative, as some examples given. So when I think of this, and I love her to death, so I'll keep talking about her as my wife. So she's very, very, very detail-oriented. So I'll give you a quick story. I was cleaning the shower. I was using bleach. I just happened to get bleach all over my rug. And of course, as you can imagine, it destroyed the rug. So I thought I will flip the rug over. She won't even notice. it took her about 5 seconds, if that, inside the bathroom to realize I ruined the rug. So she's very, very detail oriented. I am not. If you ever saw me in person, you'd probably be like, that makes sense. But yeah, so these are great skills to have. And if you don't have them now, is that the end of the world? No, but it's something that can definitely be worked on. So transferable skills, these are some of my favorite skills, and these are oftentimes the skills that you possess without even knowing that you possess them. So transferable skills are those you carry from one job to another and can use it in many occupations and life situations. So professionalisms and work ethic. So maybe that professionalism is actual at work, or maybe just being nice to your peers or colleagues. Not being a jerk. Work ethic, that's something, if you're a hard worker, you could do that in your personal life, you could do that at work. Communication, again, personal or work, but having strong communication, maybe being great with emailing people back or calling people back or calling people, or for my job, calling students in and talking to them about whatever it is I need to talk to them about. But communication is key, and that's one thing I talk about quite a bit in this class. If you're having any issues, strong communication with me is only going to help. Teamwork and collaboration. This is why I'm a huge, huge sports person, because you're going to learn about teamwork, and you're going to be in uncomfortable situations, and you're going to have to manage different type of personalities. So teamwork and collaboration. Critical thinking, that's super important if you haven't realized that by now. And that's something that's always growing, because your critical thinking kind of goes to how you are as an individual, and we're constantly changing. So that is going to change over time. And as, of course, technology changes as well. Creative problem solving, again, thinking outside the box. So if I come from one background and my coworker comes from a different background, him and I could work together to come together and see things through see the same problem through a different lens due to our previous knowledge, and maybe solve the problem together. So communication skills, listen effectively, writing essays or reports. So I won't read this whole thing. You guys are probably sick of my voice by now. But what this could be is you like to have these discussions. You're able to talk about certain things or certain ideas or ideologies with a group of people or one person, and kind of go back and forth. A lot of times you are kind of selling yourself or selling a project. So if you are in sales or something like that, that's a great one to have. Problem solving or critical thinking skills. So it's kind of, again, thinking outside the box. A lot of times there's the expression, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Hopefully we're still not doing that, but it's absolutely true. Typically there's more than one way to solve a problem. There might be multiple correct answers. Unless it's math, it's like, if you add them together, typically that's that. That's why I'm really bad at math. But again, just solving the same problem many different ways. Or you should have already seen the transferable skills video. If you have not, please go back and watch that. I'll leave this in here just when I teach in person, I could click it. Again, if we were in a typical class with people, we'd take a 5-minute break by now, because we've already discussed quite a bit and broke down into groups multiple times by now. Again, my dog is sleeping like a little cutie, and it's just me, so moving on. So human relation skills, listening, communication, understanding verbally, non-verbally. Sometimes that varies by culture. So what a thumbs up means to us might be something offensive to somebody else, might be the middle finger. But again, not to get sidetracked, verbally, non-verbally, compromising, speaking with colleagues, advising people, helping people resolve problems. But one thing you're going to be noticing that we're speaking about quite a bit is communication. Communication. If I had more communication early on in my life, I would probably have gotten to a lot less trouble. Organizing is able to assess needs, planning or arranging. social events. So this is something, again, I'm not great at. It's something that I can do, and I do semi well, I would say, at my other job, but to me, this is like a nightmare. This is something my wife is great at. So she'd be a great coordinator. She'd be great at planning a wedding, because she, planned Mars. I helped a little bit. I was there for moral support. So delegating responsibilities, evaluating programs if they are needed or not, and implementation. So getting, hey, this is what's going on. We need this done, and we need to break it down further to accomplish this mission or this goal. This is something the military has done extremely well in past wars. Research skills, researching. So to find out if something is working for you, or a product is working for you, or a product is working for someone else. So again, just collecting data and seeing if there's a correlation between things and if they work. So now that we've talked about skills and you've watched the other videos, what kind of skills do you or do you not have? Please let us know. Please keep up with the discussion posts. I really, really enjoy reading them. Again, I've been counting the discussion posts as part of the lecture because we can't break into groups anymore until we're done with COVID. All right, hope to see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Bye.